Morning, guys. How you doing? My name's Guy Draper. Welcome, Simon, to the information. Just maybe so you could go in the chat room there. Just let me know that you can hear me okay. I did mute out your mics. All right. Hi, Simon. How you doing? Good morning. Just so we're, excuse me, just so we're not strangers, Simon, I'll just kind of give you a little bit of information about myself. I was a sergeant for the Vancouver Police for 31 years. I retired 6 years ago. And I got my pension, but I kind of felt I was going to be living paycheck to paycheck on that pension. So at the age of 52, after 31 years of policing, I started when I was 20 something. You know, I was grateful that I worked hard for 31 years and got a pension, but I was still wanted to do something else. I actually was going to go into selling cars. Good friends of mine sell cars. A bunch of my other friends are real estate agents because my wife was a real estate agent. And I got my real estate license and I was going to sell houses. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is I'm entrepreneurial. I was looking to make more money. I didn't know anything about business. I kind of even looked at the Tim Hortons franchise, but they wanted 500,000. I didn't quite have enough. And so I just started reading books about money and different things. And a friend of a friend introduced me to a very wealthy person. His name is Simon Aboud. He's the #1 net guy in Canada that's made more money than anybody in any company in the entire country of Canada. And he is actually the #1 top producer in ACN. And ACN stands for All Communications Network. And I'm just going to share the information that I saw 6 years ago. I made a decision to start. I'm just going to give you the information and we'll see if there's a fit. If you're in any kind of a sale, you'll understand this immediately in 5 minutes. It's just, I didn't understand a lot of it because I'm a policeman, you know, I chase bad guys and put them in jail. So thanks for taking the time. I won't bore you with all the other details of my life, but financially, I've retired my wife from real estate. I'm certainly not a realtor anymore. I sucked at selling whatever. So, because I got my license as well too, and I didn't do very well selling. So I'm going to show you a system, and it's like a franchise, like the McDonald's franchise, Best Buy, Burger King. It's a franchise system that you will get within 5 minutes of me explaining this, okay? So the little history of the company, this is the head office in Charlotte, North Carolina, and this is not something that I started or started yesterday. This started in 1993 when they deregulated the telecom industry. ACN was one of 500 long distance companies in the United States that resold long distance to consumers because we were able to pick whatever long distance company we did. Now, we're really kind of going backwards because in Canada, we got monopolies. We got basically TELUS and Shaw for internet. We really don't have an alternative until now. Okay, I'll explain to you. There's a third big company that's selling internet in Canada, and probably until today, you probably didn't know that, and I'm going to explain that to you, okay? Now, the company doesn't do long distance anymore. It does a whole array of services, but now is a marketing company marketing with 85 different companies in 25 countries. I just got back from Japan because in the history of that country, they just deregulated gas, electricity, and telecommunications, and ACN went there to provide those services. So I'm now making money out of Japan while I'm here in Canada, and I'll explain to you how I did that. Now, this company makes almost $1 billion in revenue. We'll hit that this year because we just opened up Mexico as well, too, with our cell phone division. But we've acquired millions of billions of customers through word of mouth marketing. And in the car business, that's huge. That's I know the car industry does a lot of advertising, but you and I both know that a lot of cars through friends' recommendations, and that's direct selling, word of mouth, whatever you want to call it, okay? It's relationship marketing. Well, that's what we've been doing for 25 years. We have a head office in Montreal, a head office in Poland, one in Korea, one in Japan, and one in Australia. So we have a big system, okay? Now we're the world's largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, banking, and other essential services, and accredited by the Better Business Bureau. But what does that really mean? Well, what's a big company online that sells products? Amazon.com. What's a big company online that has no competition that sells essential services, acn.com. You see, we're following a system that allows people, consumers all over the world in 25 countries, to choose where they want to get their essential service from. Very, very soon, Flash Wireless is going to be in Canada, and you're going to be able to pick a different cell phone carrier, but it's going to be on the network that's already in place, that's been built for the last 25, 30 years, whether it be Bell Network, Rogers Network, or TELUS Network. You see, what ACN is doing is this. They're providing essential service at wholesale pricing with these companies because we don't have to spend any money advertising. So there's no risk to Dish Network, DirecTV, and Flash Wireless in the United States, because you're looking at the United States side of it here right now, is we use Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, and AT&T's network. We work with those companies, we use their system, and we can actually sell our cell phone service cheaper because we don't do what they do. We do word of mouth, we don't advertise. You're never going to hear about ACN, Flash, or anything of the services that we personally offer anywhere until somebody actually explains it to you. But if I could show you a way where you could get your cell phone for free, your energy for free, gas, electricity, or solar power, get your home phone and internet for free, and I'm saying free for the rest of your life, home automation, TV, digital phone, and credit card payment processing. I want you to think about your dealership. Does anybody in that dealership use a plastic card to pay for something, debit or credit card? Did you know that you could actually go to your dealership, if you're the sales manager or whoever makes the decision, you can actually guarantee a cheaper rate for the merchant services for that machine in your dealership? You can. It's guaranteed in writing that if we can't meet or beat your rate, we will give that dealership a $100 Visa gift card to waste their time for a free, no obligation quote. I tell every business owner that has one of those machines, I said, wouldn't it be nice to know that you have the best rate possible every time a card slides through that machine? So I say, look, I can give you a free, no obligation quote. If I can't meet or beat your rate, we'll give you a $100 Visa gift card just to waste your time on a phone call telling you that we can actually beat your rate. I've saved thousands of businesses money on their rate for their credit card machine. Now, on top of that, we don't just stay in the United States. We're in Canada. We're in these 25 countries all over the world. Wouldn't it be nice to have an online business where you could start creating income and commission and residual income from multiple countries all over the world, part-time, working from home on a laptop? That's where the world is going. You see, nothing wrong with the car business, but you only get paid time for money. If you've ever read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad or Cash Flow Quadrant, I mean, why are some people wealthy and some people aren't? Well, the guy who owns the dealership, Jimmy Pattison, he ain't out selling cars. He's sitting on his yacht because he has people at work, and every time a car is sold, he gets a percentage of that. You and I, the employee, when we go to work, it's time for money. Now, we can make money selling things because we get a commission. So you can sell a lot of cars in a day, you can get a good commission. But when that dealership closes, can you still sell a car? When the person that buys the car, if they put gas in the car, wouldn't it be nice to get paid every time somebody drove a car and put gas in the car, and every single month you got a paycheck? Well, that's what we do. Now in Canada, we use TELUS and Shaw's network for phone and internet. So listen to this. This is funny. I was paying $90 for home phone and internet through TELUS, basically retail. When I went and joined ACN and became my own customer for phone and internet, I stayed on the TELUS network. ACN sent me a new modem via TELUS. The TELUS truck came to my house, switched my internet. I stayed on the TELUS network, but now I'm paying $60. So I saved $30 a month for phone and internet because $30 of my bill goes to TELUS's advertising budget anyways. So I told everybody I knew, I said, if I could save you some money on your phone and internet, would you like to try a new service? It's still TELUS and Shaw. It's DSL or cable on their network. The quality is the same. Nothing changes. The bill just comes from ACN, and it's cheaper because we don't advertise. Because all of these companies are embedding 25 to 30% in your billing platform to pay for their TV, radio, and newsprint. Now, here's the good part. Down in the right-hand corner, it says Strive for 5. If you refer 5 customers, phone and internet, then your bill is free for life. I do not pay for phone internet. So think about how much you're paying for internet. Just internet alone in your house every month. For the rest of your life, how would you like that for free? Add up that money. Is that a good savings? You bet. How about energy? I've referred 10 friends in Alberta and Ontario to a better deal for gas and electricity. Now, you tell me if this was in British Columbia right now, you tell me this is a good deal. Never pay more than $100 a month for gas or electricity for the next 12 months. I don't care what period we are. For the next 12 months, Zoom Energy just launched this in Alberta and Ontario, that your gas and electricity bill will never be more than $100 for the next 12 months. That's it. It's a 12-month contract, so it's $1,200 for the next year for your gas and electricity. So you know how many customers that we've referred to Zoom Energy where we get a commission now? If you referred 10 of those, your electricity and gas bill here in BC would be free. So you can get customers anywhere you want and get your services for free. Now, we also do security and automation through Vivint. Does the dealership have an alarm company? Does any business in North America that has a brick and mortar store have an alarm system? Most of them do. We offer that service. Vivint is an amazing home automation service. And then we have the credit card processing with Innovia Payments. So we have them. We don't have as many in Canada, but here's what's coming. Cell phones are coming, and gas and electricity are coming to British Columbia. It's going to be absolutely huge. Now, on top of that, every time a consumer takes on a service through your online store, we're going to give money to the Canadian and American food banks. We currently feed 1.5 million children every month, because since we started that program, that's how many customers we've acquired in the last couple of years. And all it is we're taking the advertising money that we would have spent and giving it to some celebrity huckster on TV or a flyer or newsprint. We're giving it to feed children. So when I switched my home phone internet, I now feed 2 children right here in British Columbia, because there's 17 million children in North America that go to school tomorrow with no food. So I want you to understand the system. And some people, this is the part I didn't get. Maybe you do, because you're in business and you're a sales manager, but I didn't get this. All these service providers, even car dealerships, they spend a lot of money advertising. Does that really get them customers? That's just something you have to answer that. I know it's branding, right? Maple Ridge, Chrysler, they're all over the place, right? But does that really make a human go in and buy a car? Well, same thing with TELUS, the future is friendly, right? Well, they're starting to realize, the essential service industry, that the advertising is not as effective with the introduction of the internet and basically Google and people going online and social media. So they're looking for alternative ways to get into a customer's home without telemarketing, door knocking, chasing, or bugging anybody, and get them on the service. Well, here comes direct selling. Been around for 100 years. Best form of advertising in the world. Hi, Mom, it's your son. This is the exact conversation I had with, hi, Mom, this is your son. Hey, Mom, I retired from the police department. I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. I started a business. Would you do me a favor and support me and try one of my services? Let me come over and show you what I have. She switched her home phone, her internet, her TV, her gas, and her cell phone. Why? She would rather support somebody she knows than sending that 10% off to, Wall Street, basically, and off to the corporate America. Because through our relationship, we can gather customers. But you have to be licensed, and you need a system that allows you to refer that customer to that company. So we have an online business platform, a web portal that allows you, for a one-time fee of $500, to start making money on essential services if you want to. I'm not here to convince you. I'm just showing you the system. So you become an independent business owner. You're not working for Joe. You're not working for me. You become Jimmy Pattison. You become the guy, and you can refer as many like. So it'll be simon.acndirect.com. And at the end of the presentation, I'll send you the online store, and you can look at Joe's. And ACN, all they simply want us to do is refer customers. Okay, so when I referred my mom, phone, TV, internet, gas, electricity, I'm now earning up to 10% of her bill every month. Now, I switched her services 6 years ago. I've been paid every month for 6 years, 10% of her bill. Okay, and there's some bonuses for the acquisition of that customer initially. I'll talk about that in a minute. But let me explain to you the power of residual income. I have a gentleman in Edmonton that has referred 200 of those energy customers because they deregulated recently, and he's been out there just hammering and just getting customers like crazy because so many people love that energy of $100 a month for gas and electricity. If we had that in British Columbia, I'd be out talking to everybody right now because that's an amazing deal. Now, having said that, he has referred 200 customers at $100 a month. That's 20 grand. He's done that 4 years ago. So he has 200 customers, 20 grand a month. He gets 10%. So for the last 4 years, 2 grand, 2 grand, 2 grand, 2 grand, 2 grand every month. If he does not do anything this month, he makes 2 grand. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down, right? Right? A little bit. It fluctuates a little bit based on people's usage. But understand, residual income is powerful. How much money do you need sitting in the bank right now to create a $2,000 check every month? Okay, you need like $1 million sitting there just to make $1,000 a month. So the power of residual income is when you stop working and you still get paid because you built a business. Now, I'm not good at selling. I explained to you, I got my real estate license. I sold 2 houses. One was my own, and it took me 2 years to do that. I'm not good at selling. I'm not good. I mean, you guys are sales guys. Both you guys are. I'm not. So what I did is I followed ACN's system. If I would rather I'd rather own the McDonald's restaurant, the corporation. I wouldn't want to own one restaurant. I would want to have 1% of 33,000 restaurants where I get 1% of every hamburger that's sold because that's a system. That's a franchise. Or would you rather have 100% of one restaurant where you got to be there 24/7 to operate it? See, I don't want that either. I don't want all the overhead. I don't want the headaches. I don't want the adult daycare. I want a system which enter people where I can earn up to 8% of my team's customers because I'm helping them understand the system, and we're opening online stores in 25 countries and everybody's working part-time from home. And when you start making more money part-time than you do full-time, you got a positive problem, and that's where I'm helping most people go to. Because here's the system. If you find somebody that wants to do this, when they gather a customer, they are the 1 to 10%. Now, to get the 10%, you need 15 to 20 services. I have 32 services. You only need 15 to 20 services, and you hit the max 10%. Now, you can get 40, 50, 100, 200. You can go get as many customers as you like, but again, I'm not that good at getting customers. I have 9 customers, and they're using 32 services. Here are my 9 customers: me, my mom, my mechanic, my dry cleaner, my insurance agent, and 4 of my buddies, okay, who just wanted to save money on their bills. Customers do not spend $500 to become a customer. It doesn't cost nothing to switch your service. They just save money. You earn a percentage of their bill every month. Now you go find 2 people, Tom and Bob. Let's say you do that, and they go get some customers. You get 1/4% because they're on your first level. Here comes multi-level marketing, which some people get all freaked out over. This is just like the franchise, the Walmart, the Best Buy, the Burger King, the Brown Social. Everybody is franchising. Why? Because everybody's creating a distribution, many locations, because there's only 24 hours in the day. But if you have 100 people that all are part of your distribution, they could all go get a customer today. Well, 100 people working 8 hours a day, that could be 800 hours of productivity in the same 24 hours, right? So all you're doing is building. It's time to build a network, but through time, you tell me if this makes sense. If you started 2, now it's not a perfect world, but if you started 2, who started 2, started 2, there would be your numbers: 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. That's every one of those people invested $500, started a home-based business, great tax breaks, making money on their bills out of their own home, and telling people. If everybody only got 5 services, now I'm going to invert customers and services. You see, my mom is one customer of mine, but she has 5 services. So everybody that starts this business usually switch the services out of their own home, TV, phone, and whatever we possibly can change out of our house to make money of and off of, and pretty much everything is coming, just like the United States. You're going to make money on your own bills. Now, you tell me if that makes sense. A one-time $500 investment to earn 10% of your bills for the rest of your life. You're going to make way more than $500 if you just do that, right? And then have a home-based business. But let's just say you have a team of 254 people a year from now. And I have over 5,000 people, so don't tell me it doesn't work, because it does. You just got to work at this. But let's be 4 people, and all they do is they switch 5 services. Maybe those 5 services in their own home: phone, TV, internet, gas, electricity, cell phone. That's 6 services. It'd be easy to do that. Now, what if each one of those bills is $30? You would have 1,270 customers spending $30 times 5 services out of their home. So that's $150 out of their own home, which we know people spend about $500 out of their home for all these services. You would earn a $2,000 residual check. See, for me, that's an easier path for me, is because I can teach anybody how to switch a few services out of their house and then duplicate, and that's what I've done. But I've done it 5,000 times in 11 countries, because I now get paid on 25,000 customers' bills. I really do not even need to be doing this business anymore after only 5.5 years. I make 4 times my police pension every month, and my pension is $4,500, because I have built a business over the last 5.5 years where I've retired my wife. My mom's involved in the business now. My 2 sons are involved in the business. I make enough money where I don't have to work. I don't even have to do anything this month if I don't want to. But here's my point. My mentor, like Simon Abood, who got me started, he makes $100,000 a month doing this. He's made $23 million in 13 years of doing this. This is unlimited potential. Now, if you want to make a lot of money like that every month, here's how I'm going to show you to do that. When you get started, everybody wants upfront money really fast. So when you get started, you cannot make any money until you refer some customers. The whole premise of what we do is not to recruit people. It's to teach people how to get a handful of customers. Some people will get 200 customers. Some will only get 3 or 4. Doesn't matter. Here's the system. If you go refer 5 services, you are qualified. Those 5 services, yes, can come from your own home. Now you're qualified, just like Joe's qualified right now, and he did that in 24 hours or so. Now you can duplicate that, find a couple people, help them get 5 services each. You become an executive team trainer. Now, those people who start people, your customer count is going to go to 40 customers to 600 customers and higher over time. We have a promotion right now that if you start in the month of November and you go out and get 5 services, you find 2 people in your first 30 days who want to start a business, and Joe and I are going to be helping you. You're going to earn a one-time check for $250. You're going to get those 15 services. If one of those services is a Vivint customer, another $250. They want your work ethic and they want you to get customers. So they're going to basically go get 15 services, customer. You'll get $750. You month team, $1,250, $1,000, because you have two of them. You started two and taught those two to find two, you'd make $2,000 in your first month of business. And that's what we're working on with Joe and anybody else who starts the business. So as your team start to grow, there's more bonus, okay? Because you're getting better, right? You're getting more customers, you're training more people. So every time you start somebody who becomes an executive team trainer, you get a $250 bonus because you're coaching and mentoring and training people and how the system works, and they're getting customers. Then you get a $100 bonus for everybody that joins your team this week. So we get paid every Friday. Okay, so let's say you're an executive team leader and 10 people joined your team this week and they all got 5 services. Okay, that first of all, that would be 50 new bills you're making money on every month, but you'd also make $1,000 because you'd get $100 times 10. Now, when you're really good and your business starts to explode like mine did, you're going to become a team coordinator because your whole collective team has more than 600 customers. So it's really truly about coaching and mentoring and helping other people get customers, right? So if you got 60 people and they all got 10 customers, you could have 600 customers pretty quick, okay? I had over 150 people come into my organization in 1 month, and you get $300 times 150. So that's like $40,000 for 1 month, but you had to help those 150 people follow the system and refer 5 services. That's why we teach people switch your phone, internet, TV, gas, cell phone, whatever out of your own home, because it's really easy. And why wouldn't you want to make money off your own bills, especially if they're cheaper? So I've had months where I've had 200 people in my team, 150, 180. So there's a lot of money up front. And my partner, my mentor, Simon Aboot, he's not at my level. He's way higher than I am because he's a larger team. So he's a senior vice president. So if he has 1,000 people join his team this month, he would earn $470,000 this month if those 1,000 people refer 5 customers. So that'd be 5,000 new customers pushing their services through the ACN system. And if you think that's a lot of money, and it is, why is it paid? Where's the money coming from? TELUS spends, just TELUS alone, spends $1,000 a day in advertising. You go ahead and look at Google them. They're a Crown Corporation. They spend $400 million a year in their marketing budget for all their overhead, brick and mortar, employees, commercials, TV, radio, newsprint. It equates to $411 to acquire 1 new customer. So that $411 goes over to ACN when we refer them a customer through phone, internet, and very soon on their network with cell phones. So understand there's a lot of money for acquisition of customers and residual income, because let's face it, we are going to pay our cell phone bill every month until we die. We're going to pay our internet bill. Home phone's kind of going away, but business phone is not. We can actually change all the phones in the dealership at 50% cheaper than TELUS and still stay on TELUS's network. Voice over IP is very, very affordable for businesses. Now, this is an opportunity to start, own, and operate your own business and get a piece of this industry. Now, I didn't understand the industry. I've educated myself over the last 6 years. I did not know that with all the distributors all over the world, $200 million is paid out every single day of the year. So somebody's getting paid that 10% to refer a customer to a service. Think about the bird dog fee that the real estate or realtors do. Like my wife was a realtor for 7 years. So she would always pay somebody a referral fee. Hey, you refer me a client and they list and sell their house, I'll give you $200-300, right? So the referral industry is massive because it works. And it does work in the car industry. I just don't know if you guys pay referrals. Could you imagine if we could do that in ACN, where I could refer somebody to buying and selling a car and I would get a commission? Maybe that's possible. I don't know. So understand that you're in business for yourself here. I'm not telling you what to do. You make a decision. I'm going to coach you. I'm going to show you how to make a lot of money part-time around your busy schedule. You just got to make a decision if this is the right business part-time. A lot of people do this because they're not happy with their job, or they want a pension plan. Because let me ask you a question. If you do not go to work tomorrow, how many do? Maybe you don't. Most people don't make any money because they're exchanging time for money. And if they want to make $40,000 in a month,
how do they do that? You can't do that as an employee working for a company. They're not going to pay you that amount of money, right? Unless you're the CEO, okay? Information, I'm going to redirect this screen so you can look at the online store, look at the services, look at the products, look at where we go, the flags at the bottom of the online store show you the 25 countries that we operate in, because you can start making money in the UK like I do, and then they exchange it into Canadian money. Even American customers pay us like 125, so it's pretty good. So you're making more money out of the US because they exchange the money to Canadian dollars, so it's pretty good. And if you have any questions, Joe can three-way me in in 5 minutes or so, but have a look at the store and then let me know you are leaning more towards starting a business like this. Well, if you're not, no problem. Joe could use a few customers, so you could become a customer, some money on your service and support Joe. You decide. Thanks for coming on. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks. I introduced myself to the door. Thanks for coming. My name's Rick Taylor. My background is policing. I've been with the Vancouver Police Department for 27 years now. And a friend of mine, Guy Draper, showed me this business about 5 years ago now. And for me, it's been something that I knew that I was going to be lucky enough to have a pension, but I needed something secondary. My wife got sick. She no longer works, and I was looking for something that I would be able to supplement my pension amount, because it's going to be less than what we have now. So I was open enough to have a look at this, because most cops aren't, and it's something that I couldn't believe that it was actually we were allowed to do. It just made sense to me. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you a quick 4-minute video just to give you the background of the company, and then I'll turn it over to Guy, and he'll explain to you through. What's that? Yeah.
Well, fill it in.
Everything else.
Around the world, someone is surfing the internet, posting a picture, cooking a meal, or turning.
There we go.
It's happening right now in millions of homes and businesses around the world. Someone is surfing the internet, posting a picture, cooking a meal, or turning on a light. Someone is using a credit card, and someone is definitely making a phone call. Now, imagine an opportunity to earn income on these essential services people need and use every day through your very own online business. A business that pays you every time a customer pays a bill for these services that they're already using anyway. Imagine how different your life could be. These services represent the largest and fastest growing industries in the world, exceeding $1.75 trillion annually. And now, you can be a part of it. How is this possible? Well, most service providers spend millions of dollars on traditional advertising to attract new customers and to try to keep the ones they already have. ACN instead works with people just like you, and the result is more choices for consumers and a remarkable business opportunity for you, offering people an alternative on the essential services they are using anyway. Founded in 1993, ACN has grown to 24 countries on 4 continents, with offices throughout North America, Europe, Latin America, Asia, and the Pacific. Our success has been profiled in Fortune Magazine, USA Today, The Wall Street Journal, U.S. Business Review, Direct Selling News, Success Magazine, and Success from Home Magazine. Inc. magazine ranked ACN the 22nd fastest growing company in North America within our first 5 years in business. And today, ACN is the largest direct seller of telecommunications, energy, and essential services in the world. ACN continues to grow by providing choices on the essential services millions of consumers and businesses already use every single day. Services such as bundled high-speed internet with voice, energy services such as natural gas and electricity, security and automation, and payment processing. Everyone uses at least one or more of these services. In fact, I'm sure you would agree, these are the services people simply won't live without. And even better, ACN has a program that allows you and your customers to get your essential services absolutely free. When you or your customers each simply refer 5 other people that sign up for that same select ACN service, your service or your customer's service can be free. So what does all this mean for you? It means an opportunity for you to own your very own business with the total support of ACN behind you every step of the way. When you get started, ACN will provide, host, and maintain your very own personalized online storefront, where you can direct people to go to shop for all their essential services. Think of it as your own online virtual business. One key component to ACN's winning business model is how you get paid. At ACN, you can earn residual income. Every time someone becomes a customer of these essential services through your personal storefront and pays for their monthly services, you get paid month after month, year after year, for as long as they remain on the ACN service. And every time you acquire a new customer or help an existing customer add a new service, or your customers refer other customers, you give yourself a raise. But that's just the beginning. Introduce others to ACN, show them how to get customers through their own personal storefront, and as their customers use ACN services, not only does their monthly residual income grow, so does yours. There is no limit to the number of customers you can acquire, and no limit to the number of people you can introduce to ACN. ACN's business is providing individuals like yourself with a lucrative business opportunity, offering services that people use every day. But our mission has always been to make a difference in people's lives. And at ACN, that starts with children. Today, over 17 million children in North America do not know where their next meal is coming from. So together, we're doing our part to help end childhood hunger right here at home. With ACN Project Feeding Kids, when someone becomes an ACN customer, a child gets fed. And when customers pay their select bills each month, another child gets fed. It doesn't get any simpler or more powerful than that. It's your life. How will you choose to spend it? Earning money on your terms, providing services people are already using, and feeding hungry children in the process. That's what ACN is all about, and you can be a part of it.
All right. That's a little bit eventful, but I'm going to break it down and explain to you a little bit more. Now, kind of explain to you who I was. I was a sergeant like Rick for the Vancouver Police. I did like motorcycles and fraud and drug squad and all that good stuff. And I enjoyed my career, but I took stock of my life when I retired. My wife was a real estate agent. We've been married for 30 years, 2 kids, 120, 126. I'm no different than anybody else. I have some goals and dreams. I wanted to be wealthy, but you didn't join the police department to become wealthy. So when I retired, a good friend of mine, a friend of mine, introduced me to ways of making money. Part-time usually start off, and you can work it into a full-time position. So he showed me ACN, and the concept I understood, but direct selling and network marketing, I was kind of negative. I didn't really kind of get it. I thought I was selling juices or lotions or potions, and you've probably been approached by somebody like, hey, you can make money selling soap or shampoo. You know, not putting down any companies, but there's Amway, Avon, Mary Kay, you know. So there's a lot of companies out there, but there's only one company that provides essential services, and they're the world's largest, and you just saw it, it's ACN. So we're not doing that route. We're actually offering people value to their essential services where they can save money, make money, and get some of them for free. So it's a little bit different. Okay, so now this company, they started in 1993. So it didn't start, we didn't start this last week, okay? So this is our 25 year in business and make almost $1 billion in revenue. We have millions and millions of customers in 25 countries now. So we're not just here in Canada or the United States. I have a huge team. I have about 5,000 people, distributors on my team in 11 of those 25 countries, okay? Those collective body of people have referred 25,000 customers. But there's people in our company that have 250,000 customers. Well, you can get a percentage of all of those customers' bills because there was no advertising, okay? So it works. And we're the world's largest direct seller. Now, I talked to somebody yesterday. I said, well, what is the largest company on earth right now? It's Amazon.com. Amazon.com doesn't make anything. They sell products online. There's one company that competes with them, but they don't sell products. They sell essential services. Starts with A, ACN. But nobody's competing with us. You're never going to hear about this. You're not going to hear about another opportunity like this because we're the only company. Nobody's competing with us, right? So we're very big, AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's a customer acquisition company with no advertising. So what we offer is this. This is what you got to look at. When you look down here, you go, what are you personally paying every month? Are you paying for phone, TV, internet, gas, electricity like everybody else? Probably, right? So do businesses. So we work with big companies to offer those services. Now, if I just talk about home phone and internet, we are the 3rd largest internet company in BC, and nobody knows that. Who are the 2 largest ones? TELUS and Shaw, okay? We actually use TELUS and Shaw's network. We buy wholesale from them. We resell it back to the consumer, staying on those networks for phone or internet. So I was paying $90 a month for TELUS home phone internet. I'm now paying $60 a month because it's wholesale. There's no advertising, so they lower the price. Well, the good part is if you tell 5 people to do that and they want to save money on their bills, then yours is free. So I don't pay for home phone internet. Energy is with the fastest growing energy company in North America on Inc. 500, Zoom Energy. You're never going to hear about XOOM, Zoom. You're never going to hear about it unless somebody tells you about it, okay? Now, that's coming to British Columbia, but it's currently in Alberta, and here's what they offer. I have a very large team in Alberta. How would you like to pay $100 a month collectively for gas and electricity for the next 12 months? We offer that right now in Alberta. So if you know anybody in Alberta, the most that they'll pay every month for gas and electricity is $100 plus delivery and taxes and carbon tax and the other stuff that's involved. It's provincial. The reason why we do that is we can wholesale, so we offer it cheaper. And we got a great deal in Alberta and Ontario right now. But we're also open in the United States. So we sell solar power, gas, and electricity. Okay? Now the only thing that's deregulated here for us to sell in energy is gas. And Zoom Energy is about to launch here in British Columbia, so it's a good opportunity to be first to market here. BC Hydro, they're a little slow on deregulation because it's government, so they have to break that monopoly up because there's only one electricity company, right? But it's coming. Security and automation is Vivint Home Security. Have you ever seen those orange trucks and those little orange signs that say Vivint? Yep. Have you heard of that, home security? Well, for home and businesses, a lot of homes and a lot of businesses need alarm systems. We refer somebody to Vivint right now. You get a $250 check to refer somebody to them, and you get a percentage of their bill every month. They pay their bill, you get a piece of it because you referred them. See, that's why network marketing or direct selling works, because there's no advertising costs. We got TV and credit card processing. Think about every company in North America that does one of those. Your mechanic shop has one of
Yep.
those.
Oh, yeah.
So we can actually go, and here's in writing, we could go to your mechanic shop and say, Mr. Merchant Owner, I guarantee you in writing that I can meet or beat your rate for your credit card machine. Would you like a free quote? So I give them a free quote. It goes to our company, Innovia. Innovia Payments is the largest provider of merchant services in North America through a company called First Data. It's the big banking thing, right? So they call him. We don't have to know anything. They will call your merchant, your business owner, and they'll give him a better rate for him. If we can't beat his rate, we give him a $100 gift card to waste his time for the free quote. So it's a good system. We're just adding value. But our business model, as I've alluded to, is all these service providers, TELUS, Bell, Shaw, Rogers, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, all these companies spend millions of dollars in advertising. And in today's world, nobody's paying attention to it. We're desensitized. It's white noise. I mean, I don't even watch commercials on TV because I just record and zip right through everything. Or I go on Netflix, you know what I mean? Or I get up and get a beer. So they're, TELUS and Bell and the companies we're working with, they are looking for alternative ways to get a customer. Now this is the concept. You're my best friend. Hey Ian, if I could save you money on your home phone, internet, but staying with TELUS, but getting it at a cheaper price wholesale, would that be of value to you? Now you're looking at that, sure, I'd like to save some money. I said, well, I own my own business now, Ian, could you support your friend? Because 10% is coming to Wall Street or Yall Street, right? It's got to go to somebody, right? So instead of advertising, they're going to pay me to go find a customer like you. Where do we find our customers? Through our relationship. Mother, brother, sister, friend, right? And we just show them what we do. Like, you don't have to run around, be a telemarketer, door knocker, or salesperson. You're just adding value and say, hey, if I could save you some money on any of your bills in your home, would you like a free quote? Or you send them your online store and they can enroll themselves. But the only way you're going to get that customer is you got to talk to them. You got to let them know. That's why Joe's invited you to just get the information. Now,
Sure.
we don't know whether you want to start a business and make money or you just want to simply save money and become Joe's customer. So that's why we're showing you the business side of it, so you know what he's doing, so then you can decide, yeah, you know what, I wouldn't mind making extra money. It's a $500 investment to have your online store, which I'll show you in a minute, because you have to be licensed, okay? So when you get started, you got to be licensed. This is my wife's license and my license. It's a highly regulated business when it comes to energy. So you got to have an energy license, and you're governed by the Better Business Bureau and the direct. So this is nothing to mess around with. This is serious stuff because you can't screw anybody, right? Because you're switching bills, right? So we have to be licensed. That's all provided. It's only a one-time fee, $4.99. Now we teach you how to get some customers. Okay, you get this online store. Anybody that goes to your store and says, you know what, I need home security. Oh, that's a better deal for gas and electricity. Anywhere in 25 countries, they're going to earn up to 10% of that bill every month. Now, when you think about that, now our cell phones are coming. We'll talk about cell phones in a minute, but think about what humans do every month. They get a bill, they pay it. I don't even really look at my bill anymore. It looks, well, that looks like the same what it was last month. I just pay it. Or sometimes it's just automatic payment process. So the reason what I like about this is if I get one customer on a service, I know they're going to pay that bill every month. Because if you don't pay your energy bill and you're in Alberta, you die because you freeze, right? So cell phones, internet, TV, gas, electricity, I'm thinking, okay, I am going to pay for those until I die. So now I have a house here in Canada and a house in the United States because I have a house in Arizona. I'm going to pay these bills now in 2 countries. And I'm thinking, I'm going to do this business for $500 just to make some money off my own bills. That's the first reason why I got started. And then I said, I'm not a sales guy, so I'm going to go just get a handful of customers. So here's who I got. Myself, my mom. So my mom took home phone, internet, TV, cell phone, gas. Okay, one customer, Switch 5 services, why? Wants to support her son, right? Somebody's going to get the money, right? Might as well come to the family. Yep. Then I went to my mechanic, Trevor down automotive there. Trevor, my insurance agent, because I can get my insurance anywhere. So I went to him and said, hey, look, if I'm going to buy insurance from you, you got to buy something for me. It's business. So he did. My dry cleaner, you're my dry cleaner, buy something for me, right? You're a small business owner, so am I. She took the energy. Her energy bill's $800 a month, I get 10% of it. So I make $80 a month, I hooked her up once, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So every month I'm getting $80 because I hooked her up. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Because we're just referring customers. Now, if you want, you can get overriding residual income by opening another store and franchising. Okay, so I want you to think like McDonald's now. Okay, if you own a McDonald's restaurant, you can make money out of one restaurant. You sell hamburgers. Wouldn't it be nice if you could franchise that McDonald's restaurant and open up 33,000 locations, and then in the same 24 hours you can make money? You could sell 33,000 hamburgers every second, and you get a percentage of that. So you're not going to get 100% of the price. Maybe 1%. I'd rather have that than 100% of my own time, right? Because that's the difference. So network marketing allows you to create distribution like a big company. So we get paid through 7 levels of referrals. So it's like viral marketing. I touch Rick, he gets some customers. He'd be on my first level. He gets 10%. I get 1/4% of his customers. Now, my job then is to help him get some customers because I know how to get them. I got to teach him. So now I go, tag, you're it. Who do you know? Oh, you know Joe. So he gets Joe. So he gets 1/4% because he's on his first level, but now he becomes my second level. He starts you, third level. Who do you know? Fourth. Who do they know? Fifth. So you can start working with people, and we're all getting a piece of the customer's bills as we work as a team up to 8%. Because let's say you know a couple people. Maybe, I know if you, let me coach you, I know there's 2 people in your network that you know probably want to save and make money. They can be anywhere in 25 countries. So there they are, Tom and Bob. I come to your house, you bring them here, we show them, we go to Starbucks, we just show them the information, right? They go, shit, this is great. Here's $500, I want to do this. Okay, now you got 2 guys on your team. Now, if I can teach you to find those 2 guys, I can certainly teach that guy how to find 2. Because you can't teach anybody something you have never done. Okay, I have 5,000 people, so I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, so let's go find 2 of your friends, teach your 2 friends. Now, it's not going to work perfectly. This is a business because you could actually start 10 people. You can start as many people. I don't care. I started 15. In my first meeting like this, I had 15 people. But I called 65 people to come to my house like this. 40 did not show up. They all said, no, I want to make some money, they didn't show up. Right? Just like, I know Joe called a bunch of people, We go with people who are motivated. It's just the way it is. Now, if you can start 2, you can teach 2. Now, if we had a duplicating factor, and this is just a hypothetical example, but if you had 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, that's 254 online stores. Call it a McDonald's restaurant, but it's an online store that has the ability to get a customer. Now you're getting quarter. Now it gets interesting. 0.5%, 3%, 5%, 8%. Now this is what you're looking for. Because you should have more people here. Now let's throw some services in there and a dollar figure. Okay. So every one of these stores, let's say, gets 5 services. Where do you think most people get their first 5 services? Where did you get your first 5 services from, Joe?
Myself and my mother-in-law.
Okay. So he has 2 customers. You actually have a mother-in-law that supports you? I need to know you.
Because I don't have my mom anymore.
My mother-in-law, we don't get along. Anyways, okay, that's another story. Okay. So, Joe gets 2 customers, really didn't sell. He went to his mother-in-law and said, do me a favor. Okay, got it. So I did the same thing. My mom, 5, so it's easy.
Go to your family first.
Exactly. Why? Because I don't want to turn you into a sales guy, and you're probably thinking, I like this, but I don't want to be a sales guy, right? You might not even want to do what I'm doing right now. That's fine, I'll do it, right? We show people. Now, let's say those 5 bills that he's got, 5 services, are $30 each. But everybody here does it. So 254 people who just switch 5 services from themselves and mother-in-law, you can have 1,270 total customers. Well, that's $150 running through each store, 254 of them. That would be your check every month. Now, this is real. This is real services. Like, those people will not just pay their cell phone bill one month or their energy bill and they cancel it. If it was juices, makeup, vitamins, they might. They might buy 1 month and say, I'm not going to buy it, right? But TV, phone, internet, gas, electricity is good to go. Now, let's be honest. You tell me one bill in your house that's $30. Somebody tell me one bill in your house that's $30. I don't think anything in my house is $30.
No, home phone used to be,
Yeah.
well, 20 some odd or whatever. Maybe
Yeah,
it was-
that might be the only thing that's
But-
still there, but now
but-
people are going away from
Well,
it and getting a
exactly,
cell
yeah,
phone, right?
'cause it's a waste of
So
money.
is it realistic to think that that could be $300?
Mm.
5 services at $300. Think of gas, phone. So realistically, I could add a 0 on there.
Yeah.
So your check is now $20,000 a month. I'm just telling you, this is big, guys. This is not a little thing. These are big bills that people will pay, because guess what? One of those customers could be a hotel. What do you think a hotel bill is for energy? For gas and electricity? What do you think a hotel bill pays on credit card processing?
Yeah, huge. So is there any limit to the companies that you're allowed to approach?
Yeah, I'll give you the list of all the companies, right? But I just want to get you the concept first and how we get paid, because then we'll show you how to do it, because I'm going to show you the store and what we do, right? Now here's the biggest, best companies in the world. If you understand the franchising world and a system, if they don't have a system, they're not very good. So if you think about Best Buy, Walmart, Burger King, McDonald's, they all have a system. McDonald's, you walk in, they all look the same all over the world. It was just in Japan. Guess what? The McDonald's look the same. You get their menus a little different, but the French fries on the left, milkshakes over there, young kids at the front counter screwing up our order every day. Okay? So it's a system. So here comes the ACN system. We don't make any money for recruiting people. I can recruit Joe all day long. I recruit you, you pay $500, you pay. If you guys don't get any customers, 0. You just spent $500 on a tax break. That's all you got, right? Because you have a home-based business. 5 customers is the secret. That's the secret in this business. Soon as you get 5, now that's 5 services, not 5 customers. Remember,
Okay.
my mom, home phone, internet, TV, gas, cell phone. Okay,
So that's
one. That's 5 that's 5. That,
Oh,
that
yeah.
qualified
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
each, like it could be 5 different people, because the mechanic takes internet, the insurance takes, so you know what I mean? But
Okay.
by and large, like Joe just said, you usually get qualified from yourself and your mother-in-law or mom or brother, one other person, right? Okay. So from your online store, sell 5 services. Could be 1 customer with 5. Okay? All right. I just want to make sure you got that. Now duplicate it. Have a meeting, invite your friends, teach Tom and Bob how to get 5 services each. If you do this in 30 days, we give you a $250 bonus check just for doing that. You got 30 days. Well, he's still in his 30 days. He's already sponsored 1 guy. He's looking for number 2.
Yeah.
He doesn't make 250
Yeah.
unless he helps you get 5 services. Okay? But he's got Chris and you, 5 services each, he's got his qualified, boom, he makes 250. But here's the secret. If he helps you get 2 people, because we want you to make 250,
Yeah.
screw him, right? But if he helps you get 2, and he helps Chris get 2,
Yeah.
and we all get a few customers, you can earn $2,000 if you do that in your first 2 months. So don't just look at getting 2 people.
Yeah.
Go get 6 people and become an executive team leader like Rick here. So Rick, very part-time, full-time cop, very busy wife, busy family, part-time, a few hours a week. He's got himself to executive team leader. He's got way more than 40 customers, okay? He's got, I don't know how many people on his team. How many people you got in total? 50? Okay. So he's got lots of people on his team, okay? Now here's the good part. When you get to this position, every time somebody comes into your organization, you get what's called a $100 customer acquisition bonus. So if you joined or started your business today, you're in his executive team leader business. He gets $100 to help you get qualified with 5 services. So if Joe is inexperienced and doesn't help you, I know he's going to help you.
Yeah.
Right? Because if he helps you get 5 services, he gets paid $100. But more importantly, if he helps you get 2 people, he gets $250. So does he. You see how we all kind of win together?
Yeah.
And you're starting to think, okay, where does all this money come from? Well, what does it cost TELUS right now, today? How much money do they spend in marketing to get new customers? $1.1 million every 24 hours. Now what are they doing? Radio, TV, newsprint. And if you've noticed lately, they've cut back a lot. They don't have any celebrity hucksters anymore. They got animals and snappy music. Why? You don't have to pay a residual income every time the commercial plays to an animal. You just got to feed them. Right?
Yeah.
So they're cutting back. The world is changing. We're moving very fast. The best way to get a customer, word of mouth. I like the service, I'm going to go tell a friend. I got a good realtor, I got a good mechanic, I got a good vacation spot, I got a good restaurant. I let my friends know. That's direct selling. You're just going to get paid now to show people how to do this, and you can get paid big dollars. Now here comes some big bucks. I don't want to scare you. Well, here's what happens. Rick is pushing towards team coordinator, and this is the position here, and he's pacing himself. He's got 2 more years. You saw his clock he's got on his. He's got a couple of years left. So he's chipping away at this so that when he does want to leave the department and get his full pension, he now has a ready-made business, and you could do the same thing, and you can say, you know what, I'm going to be a mechanic for the next 5 years. I'm going to chip away at this for the next 5 years, and then 5 years I'm going to see where this lands. Now here's what happened to me very quickly, because I'm pretty serious about this, is I got the team coordinator very, very quickly. In my 2nd month of business, I had 150 people join my business. I got a customer acquisition bonus of $300 times 150. Now that was a good check for that month, right? It's like significant, right?
Yeah.
For 1 month. But the biggest part of that equation was the only way to get that money is you had to help 150 people get 5 services. So 5 services times 150 people is 750 more bills that you get a percentage of every month.
Right.
So you work hard as much as you possibly can, part-time, for the first 5 years, and then you step back and say, well, how much residual income is coming in if I don't do anything this month? Now it could be $1,000 a month, it could be $2,000, it could be $5,000. Do you know how much money you need in the bank right now to have $1,000 coming into your bank account every month? How much money do you think you need in the bank? Who's the bank guy?
$1 million.
$1 million. So if you want to stop working right now, or 5 years from now, actually go 10 years from now, and when you stop working, how much money comes in? Now if you don't save $1 million, you're not going to have $1,000 coming in.
No.
That's
Right? So
cash.
this is what I'm saying is I can show you very quickly, within less than 5 years, how to make $1,000 a month in residual income and bonuses if you still want to build it. Because if Rick doesn't do anything this month, because he goes on vacation for a month, but I work with Joe and I work with Ian, and we together collectively bring it with Dean? What did I say Ian for? Yeah.
Sorry,
It's
man.
the other guy.
Dean.
I,
You're busy with your life. You're not, he said, I'm going to chip away at this. Well, you introduce somebody over there. Let's say his name is Guy Draper. And that guy's hungry and he wants to make $20,000 a month. And you introduce him to the business, and it could have been me 6 years ago. I built a team of 5,000. I get paid on 25,000 customers, but if you started me, you get a percentage of that. So you'd be happy to find somebody that's better than you at this. So that's the secret. And if you find them in the United States, you want to know what's better, Dean? American money's worth more.
Yeah.
So dollar for dollar, you do less work in the United States and you make more money because they exchange it into Canadian dollars. Now, these are the services, residential. So we have digital phone, internet. So when people click on here, all they're doing is they're going to port their number. So my home number, whatever my number was here, I port it over to ACN/TELUS or ACN/Shaw. Because there's only 2 systems. DSL is TELUS and cable is Shaw. So you pick which one it is that you want. So I go in here, I sign up, I'm just authorizing my switch. I don't have to call TELUS, I don't have to call Shaw. I can just get phone service if I want. I get to call 80 countries for free with free long distance, and all 80 countries that you would actually call, not obscure countries. Or maybe I'm going to bundle my phone and my internet together. Because I'm old, I have a home phone. Young people, they don't have home phones. But for $14.99, you can have a digital phone that calls 80 countries, and you can do it from your cell phone now. They'll give you an app that goes on your cell phone. It's called a companion app, and you can call 80 countries from your cell phone long distance for free. That's a pretty good deal. So tell me if this is a good deal. If you add those together, that's only like $55, $56 for phone and internet. That's a good deal, right? Okay, if that's a good deal, which I switched and I have, I told 5 of my friends, and they switched. So now mine is free. Okay?
Okay, so say if like I've my contract for my cell phone is up now, so if I want to go and see where I'm going to get the best deal
Yep.
for contract for my cell phone,
Yep.
how would I go
Okay.
and check
Let me explain to you what's coming in 6 months, because we don't sell cell phones yet in Canada.
Okay.
But I want to show you something because you have people down in the United States. So if I go to California, because this is what's coming here, so I'm going to show you what I do, what I sell in California, Arizona, because I have a whole bunch of people down there. Okay.
I'll give you an example of why I'm so excited about it. I'm out of contract as well.
Mhm.
I've been out of contract for 6 months on my phone
Yeah.
and haven't renewed, and I've been waiting till what he shows you that's coming up from the
Okay.
US.
Okay.
That's launching here next year.
Yeah.
Because I got an iPhone 6, but
Yeah.
I'm 2.5 years in with it, and I've been waiting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm waiting
Okay.
for.
Okay. So you tell me if this is a good deal for you. You can be on the TELUS network, the Bell network, the Rogers network, because they're the 3 biggest networks in
Yeah.
Canada. If you could switch, you can keep your device. You don't have to go into a contract. There's no credit check, but you could get a SIM card ordered from your own online store. SIM card comes, tell them which phone you have, and they boop, put it in there, and you could have, where'd it go? You could have $59.99 unlimited talk text data, and all the calling you want to Mexico and the United States.
Really?
That's what's coming.
Wow.
And everybody's so far, and this is like a family plan for $79. Like put 4 phones on there
Really?
for $79
Wow.
for unlimited talk text. Like the plans down in the United States are insane
Yeah.
because we pay way too much
Oh,
for
yeah, I
phones
pay
here.
$135
Exactly.
a month.
So, yeah.
You know.
So if I could, let's say I leave it at that,
Yeah.
and I give you 4 phones for your family plan, and your bill's still $130, but now it's unlimited talk text
Oh,
data.
yeah.
Like that's still a good deal.
Oh, yeah, for
But it's
sure.
gonna be
Yeah,
cheaper.
with the
But this
data,
next
right?
slide
So,
is the
yeah.
bigger deal.
Which one?
Prefer
Well,
5.
okay, so this is what everybody's fired up about in Mexico right now, in Latin America, in Japan, and the United States. Because if you think this is a good deal, if you get 5 people who want a good deal on a cell phone, your cell phone bill is free. 10 gas customers, your gas is free. 10 electricity, your electricity bill is free. And you can have free electricity in British Columbia here right now, but you have to get those 10 customers in Alberta or Ontario or the United States. So what they do, because we can't sell it in BC right now for energy, they're still going to give you a Visa gift card for the equivalent of all of those 10. So if let's say those 10 customers are all spending $200 a month, they'll send you a gift card every month for $200. And they take the average. So you can still make money and get your energy bill for free by even going wherever you want to do. But when it comes in British Columbia, we're going to go to our neighbors and switch their gas and electricity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But more importantly, the cell phones I'm so fired up about because I'm going to Arizona at the end of the month because I have a team down there.
Yeah.
Cell phones down there, like it's bizarre because here's the good part. They go, well, what network are you on? I don't really care. Which one do you want? We sell on all of them. Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, AT&T. So everybody down in the United States is already on that.
Yeah.
So I say, look, if I could save you money on your phone and you can stay on the same network, here's a SIM card. It's month to month. There's no contract. If you do want a contract and you want a free phone, then you can go do that too, right? So I could go in here and actually order a phone and do it. So the whole reason why I'm showing you this is our company is just allowing us to refer people to these big companies, whether it be Dish Network, DirecTV, AT&T, CenturyLink, Verizon. This is internet. Flash is all of the companies. Solar Power, Vivint. These are vendors that we don't have to install. We're not delivering modems. We're not doing any connection. We're going, you want to save money? Shop here. You could send this site to anyone in 25 countries and start making money. And if they order one time, they buy and pay every month.
Mhm.
So you're getting up to 10% of the bills, right?
Yeah.
So it's an amazing system. You don't have to know everything. I'll overwhelm you with too much data tonight, but does this look like something you want to get started with, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I'm very, you
Yeah.
know, very interested in it.
Good.
I can't buy into it tonight, though.
No, that's not, no, I was just, you were,
But,
you were invited to get the
Yeah,
information.
Yeah. No,
And we're
I-
hoping you won't sleep very well tonight.
Yeah, yeah.
Because your head's gonna go
I
like
mean,
this.
just,
We hope.
you know, like you're saying with the phone thing, I mean, that's a huge savings just right there.
Yeah.
Especially for me, right? So,
Right.
um,
Perfect.
But,
So yeah, I can show you exactly how to save a lot of money. Now, just the last thing I'm gonna show you, and there's no pressure, but in the month of November and every month, we have a little promotion. This is only for people that start in November. Now, you can start November 30th, that's fine, right? But I'm saying anybody that starts from November 1st, November 30th, they're gonna get $2,000 if they do this. If you start 5 services, Tom and Bob, 2 friends, 5 services, you do this in 30 days, $250, okay? Now, if you start, he's sponsoring you. He is going to make sure you get 5 services
Yeah.
within his 30 days. You actually have, his 30 days is different than your 30 days. He started in October. You started in October, right?
End of October.
No, end of October, yeah. So he started in October, right? Now, he has a different bonus plan, which is still pretty good, but this one's good too, because here's why. If you do this, and you add 1 Vivint customer, like a home security, it could be your own house if you wanted it to be, they're gonna give you an extra $250, so it'll make you $500. If you get 2 Vivint customers in your first 30 days, they'll give you another $250, so you get $750. Remember, it's all about getting customers. It's not about recruiting people, it's about recruiting people and helping them get customers. So it's the 2 things that we do. Now,
so that, sorry, just that Vivint then, is it, so somebody comes in and installs a
Yep.
security system
Yep.
in your home?
in your home or business.
Okay.
So when I go to Arizona, every time I go into a business down there, I say, hey, excuse me, are you in a contract for your alarm system? No, I'm on a month to month. You open to looking at a better company? And a good deal? I got a special for you today. And you know what I do? I tell them, I said, I got 2 months free right now. Any customer that takes Vivint right now, first 2 months are free. They don't pay nothing for 2 months. And we throw in a free doorbell camera. So huge value to that. Now, if they call Vivint, they might not get that. They're going to get it through us because we're the broker.
So everything, like in this starter package or for the $500, like, is everything, all the information,
Everything's
to
there.
sell everything to the
Yeah,
people?
yeah, everything, you know, there's a learning curve at the
Yeah.
beginning, it's
Yeah.
steep, right?
Yeah.
So usually what happens is you get your own phone, your own internet, you're
Mhm.
looking at what you could be as your own customer, maybe you go to your mother-in-law, what did she get, phone and internet?
Phone internet.
Phone and internet, right? So once you get your 5 services, you can take a step back, kind of learn a little bit, because now you're qualified.
Yeah.
Now you want to switch gears and recruit a couple people.
Yeah.
And then teach them what you did and help them get 5 services. Now here's the good part. If you have a home meeting like this, I'm going to guarantee you, if you put 10 or more people in a room sitting here, I guarantee if there was 10 people here, because I've proven this, there was 10 people here right now, 2 would have their credit card out already.
Mhm.
It's I don't know why, it's just when you have more people in the room, more people sign up. Now the other 8 people, they'll understand what you're doing now, and here's what they're going to be thinking. Well, maybe the business isn't for me, or I don't have the $500 or this or that, or I need time to think about it. They usually end up becoming your customer. Because it doesn't cost anybody any money to become a customer. They just switch their service and save money. So the more meetings we do like this, the more opportunity we get 2 things for you. A business partner or a customer. That's how we get paid, right? So I don't run around door knocking and bugging people to buy something from me. I don't do that. I say, hey, are you open to looking at a way to make more money? Let me show you our business and what we do and see if there's a fit for you. That's why you were invited here today. We're not here to sell you, we're just here to show you, right? And then we say, okay, what I would say, Dean, is you could have a meeting, or you bring, let's say you brought 6 or 10 or 20 people here. I don't care, we're gonna do it. Or we come to you, and let's say you signed up 6 people. Because it happens sometimes in one meeting. I remember I had 25 people in my house, 15 people signed up, not 6, 15, right? So I had way more than 6, but if you did this, you could earn $2,000. So you can do this in your first 30 days if you
Yeah.
You want to, right? You can go slow, you can go fast. Joe's frustrated because he's working his ass off. He has no time to do this, right?
Right.
Seriously.
Right? Because that's part of this problem with this type of business is you got to balance your life with your family and your kids and your job, but you got to carve out a few hours a week, right?
Yeah.
Have a couple meetings like this in the first month, and I guarantee you're going to be well on your way somewhere in here to make some bonus money. My job is to make sure at least you get your investment back quickly, because if I help you get your investment back, you're going to tell all your friends, right? And then it's just, but you know what? Here's what I'm going to leave you with. Two things. If you don't do this, and you just keep doing what you're doing for the next 5 years, what will change for you financially?
Oh,
Not much.
yeah, probably.
I mean,
No.
you make good money.
I do.
Yeah, but-
I mean, I would like to make more.
That's the answer I'm looking for. So
Yeah.
sometimes you got to take a risk. We're not asking for a lot of money. It is $500.
Yeah.
It's an investment, but it's a business. It's a small price to pay for a business like this.
Yeah, and it's
But-
one time only of that.
That's it. No monthly dues. Yeah, you can make as much money you want. Now, you decide what you want to do after that, but I'm going to coach you how to do this, right? Because you can't do it on your own. We work as a team, right? It's just the way it is, right? But the other part of it too is when does Dean want to stop working, but still have money coming in? That's a question you have to ask yourself. But here's what I'm going to leave you with. You can take a document with you and take this stuff, but if you wake up tomorrow morning and you're not excited about this, it's probably not for you. I've seen that the most successful people in our company, if you have a hard time sleeping tonight, you're starting to think about opportunity here and like, holy crap, I'm going to pay these bills for the rest of my life. And you're tossing and turning, and then you're waking up, you know, I think I need, where your gut is telling you, I need to do this. That's probably a good thing to say, I need to try this. Good part is this. If you do sign up, and in the first 10 days, you don't like this, we terminate, full refund comes back, right? So there's always ways, right? So they'll teach you how to do all that. But that's it. We're done. We're good.
Yeah, no,
We're good, good.
you can count me in. I gotta.
Yeah, I get you.
Scrounge up the money here.
Yeah. And I'll help you because I know if you have to find 500,
Yeah.
then you're living on that paycheck to paycheck edge like
Well,
90% of the people, right?
Yeah.
And hang on to that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, starting, well, for the 2 months there, I didn't have a proper paycheck
You need one of those too.
after I left West Coast Nissan. So
Right.
I'm just starting to get back there now. I'm just trying to play catch.
You know what we do as a team, okay? So this would be Joe, but I also want you to think of yourself when you start. You're in this position, okay? To become a team coordinator, that is the goal that everybody in the room wants to be, is a team coordinator. Because you're going to get $300 for everybody that joins your team who simply just gets 5 services. That's the secret of the business. Is everybody, that's not recruiting 5 people.
Yeah, no, it could
It's 5 services.
be, yeah,
Okay.
it could be one person,
Yeah.
5 services, or two
got it.
people with 3 and 2, right? So yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Joe has Chris. This, for all intents and purposes, is now Dean.
Mhm.
Okay? All Joe needs is one more person. I've already told him this, but he should put his wife in here. Okay? And the reason for that is this. To become a team coordinator, you need 600 customer points. Now, a point is this. Phone service, 2 points. Internet service, 2 points. Gas and electricity, 2 points. Home security, 5 points. Okay? Credit card machine, 10 points. So every one of our services has a point value. To become a team coordinator, you need 600 points. So what Joe has to do is he needs 3 legs, because you can't have a leg that has more than 200 points. So here comes Dean. Dean's coming into the business, and he's got a vacant spot over here. I would encourage him, help Dean and help Chris get qualified with points. He gets points, he gets his investment back. That's the secret here, right? But you want 3 legs, 300 points, 200 points. So you're coming in a time in his business where he has to put 200 points under you. whether you like it or not, he has to do that.
Yeah.
So the starting line is here for everybody. So if when you start, Dean, this is what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna do the same thing. We have a meeting at your house, you make a list, you invite some people. If say 6 people sign up, you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what we're gonna do. Then we go this way, right? And the collective amount of energy and effort from all those people will generate 200 points, 200 points, 200 points. So these 3 people, I want you to think in your mind when you leave this house, if I had to sign up 3 motivated individuals that want to do this business, who would they be? And usually the first 3 people that you're thinking about right now in your head are the ones that we got to have a meeting with.
Yeah.
Because your mind triggers who's money motivated, who's into this kind of thing, you know, who do I know, who likes money, you know, those are the parameters that usually there's a profile of person, and usually it's a profile of person that's really hungry for making more money,
Yeah.
and then they're coachable and they understand it, right?
Well, the 3 people actually that I'm thinking of, well,
Yeah.
my cousin.